I have never in my life ever felt this loved in a relationship. So gone from the worst time in my life this year to the best time in my life this year. That's a very personal question. Has Nelly and your girlfriend met? Are they on civil terms? Guys, welcome to a very, very long overdue Q&A here on the channel. This morning I put out a post on Instagram, an Instagram story, asking you guys to send over your question for today's Q&A, because I think there are a lot of things happening in my life, and I think a lot of you guys are interested at a few of the behind the scenes of what's going on. So I thought I'd do a Q&A because also it's a nice kind of way to spread some good vibes, spread some news, spread some information out there. So let's not waste any time, let's jump into it, because there are quite a few questions. So there's a lot of questions about the coffee shop, there's a lot of questions about life in the Philippines, and a lot of questions about my girlfriend Gray as well. I'll go through it and I'll try and answer as many questions as possible, but I can already see that I need to do a separate Q&A that is specifically about my girlfriend, and probably also a separate Q&A that is just about the coffee shop, because a lot of the questions stem from there. But I'll just take it from the very top, no specific order. And the first question actually is a girlfriend question. It is, have you met your girlfriend's family yet? And actually, yes, I have met most of her family already. Sadly, because it was a funeral, I got to meet a few of her family members there. She has a very lovely family, especially her Lola and her sister are really, really lovely people. And yeah, so I did get to already meet some family members. Next question, and that was from Jane Obscena. Thank you for that question. Second question is from It's May. How do you manage your business even though you can't always be there? Any tips? That is a very good question. I am in the lucky position to have a local partner. It's actually a partner organization. It's the Tasteless Group, and they have a very, very well set up business structure. But going on, once the coffee shop actually opens, my involvement will have to increase some more. Luckily, there will be operations managers there to help me. So if it's a very first business that you are managing yourself and you're doing it by yourself, I think especially in the beginning, it's very important to be very, very hands-on, as I was with my first business that I had in Austria, with the first coffee shop in Austria, and also with the advertising agency. Being hands-on is very, very important. Oh, the next question is from LuxGram22. Do you have business partners in your coffee shop? Yes. So it goes hand in hand with the question before. I do have local business partners, and I'm very, very happy to have local partners that know the business and that are very experienced. Here's a very good question from Teacher AVL. How do you deal with haters and the maritess? Simple answer, I don't deal with it. I have seen a lot of like negative comments, bashing comments, but kind of when I go through comments every day and I reply to comments when I publish a new video, I just see kind of, if I recognize already that it's like a bashing comment or something like that, I just block the person immediately. I just hide the user from channel, so there can be no more of those comments. I don't really like to read negative comments because I don't think there's no purpose in it. Like, people comment negative stuff out of insecurities they have with their own life. It's not about me, it's not about my girlfriend, it's not about Nelly, it's about them. It's insecurities that they carry around with them and negativity they carry around with them. And I don't want to taint my good mood or my good aura with negative things like that. So I notice it's something, if I first of all have a list of blocked words on the channel, so a lot of the negative comments, they just get weeded out by YouTube automatically. And the rest I just block, delete, or plain old ignore. And I really don't care. So I know who I am, I know what I believe in, and all the negative like comments, I can see it's a problem with them and not with me. So I really don't care. It did get to me in the beginning after the breakup, just because the wounds were very fresh and it was hard to ignore it at that time. But right now I really don't care. And I'm really happy to see like a convergence of the community. So the total number of subscribers on the channel has gone down by a little bit, but I'm talking like it's 0.0 something percent. It's a very, very small amount. But the people leaving are actually a majority of just negative people. And I don't really want those people on the channel anyway. And at the same time, there's a whole new crowd of people subscribing to the channel. So there's like this conversion of the negative goes out and the positive comes in, and I'm really enjoying the communication on the channel, especially when I publish a video and the people that really enjoy watching the videos are commenting in the beginning. It's really fun to be in the comment section. That's why I love doing these premieres. They're so much fun to do because there's an open communication while I'm actually streaming or premiering the video. So it's really cool. Jay loves mango. What are your future plans with your Filipina girlfriend? Do you plan on settling down for good in the Philippines? Yeah, I plan on settling. I'm a permanent resident here in the Philippines, so I put a lot of work and effort into building a life here in the Philippines, and I have a permanent residency visa. I can work here in the Philippines. I have a working visa. I can spend the rest of my life here very easily. Even without my girlfriend, I was able to do so, and I do plan on building a future with my girlfriend, and I really love where we are at this point in the relationship, and I have never in my life ever felt this loved in a relationship. So yeah, I'm definitely happy, which is the next question that came from Rick the Explorer. He just asked, happy question mark. Yes, at the moment I'm very, very happy. I've gone from the worst time in my life this year to the best time in my life this year. So yeah, definitely happy. Then we have a question from Sevilla J. Where is your next travel destination? So the next destination on my list is actually Austria, to visit family. And once we get back from Europe, we're going to travel a little bit around Europe, maybe visit Barcelona, maybe Paris. We're going to spend New Year's Eve in Europe as well. And then after Europe, I want to do a trip to Boracay, because it's been quite some time since I visited Boracay last. And then I want to definitely do a trip to the Maldives. I have never been to the Maldives, and I'm really, really interested in visiting that place, and it would be a new place for me. So yeah, really excited for that. Also, around Asia, I want to go back to Hong Kong. I want to go back to Seoul, and I want to go back to Taipei. So there's a lot of destinations that I want to visit. I have to go to Hong Kong anyway to take the legal actions against my stalker and hater, and that's already in the planning, so things are progressing. So yeah, that's definitely on the list for next year, early next year, and the other destinations will follow shortly thereafter. And yeah, the haters from Hong Kong. Where will you celebrate Christmas and New Year's? Here in the Philippines or Austria? That's a question from It's Me, Human Joey. Yes, it's going to be in Austria with family, and then New Year's Eve somewhere in Europe, maybe possibly Paris. I'm still trying to plan that a little bit. Next question from It's Me, Human Joey. Will you do collabs with Mergim Vlogs or your fellow German vlogger Ken Abroad? Yeah, definitely. I met Mergim Vlogs already at the Japanese Mall when I had the coffee shop pop-up. Really nice guy, and we're already chatting about potentially doing a little collab for Sinolog or Dinagyang. There's actually a lot of foreign vloggers in the Philippines at the moment, but I'm very, very selective with which foreign vloggers I want to collab with, because I see a lot of people come to the Philippines, and I really want to meet with creative content creators that really want to discover and explore the Philippines by themselves, explore it unbiased, and create their real own thoughts about the country and the experiences, and not just basically repeat it just because they see it works. Next question from Misinterpret is, are you planning on having kids? That's a very personal question, but short answer, yes. Long answer, maybe in another vlog. Belle D. Cohen is asking, is your Morse Cafe a success? Well, we just had the pop-up right now, and it's way too early to tell if it's going to be a success or not. And with that being said, I really do need your guys' help and support to build the brand of Morse Coffee. You know, I really love this community, and I invested a lot of time and passion into this community, and I'm going to invest a lot of time and passion into Morse Coffee as well. So I hope that it will be as successful as the YouTube journey has been. And yeah, if you guys can support me on that venture and that adventure, please do so. Mika_08 asked, are you still friends with Nelly? Yes, of course. Both Nelly and I are still very close, and we talk to each other very often. And yeah, of course we're still friends. Next question from Chada_UY. Will you guys ever move to Iloilo City? You know what? I really could imagine having a second condo in Iloilo, just to have a place to travel to get a change of scenery. And I really, really like Iloilo City. it's such a cool place, so much to do, so much to explore. So yeah, definitely could imagine. Next from Paul Nimeno, still pursuing your pilot's license? Yes, 100%. I've kind of dropped the ball a little bit because of all the stress that I've been under with the whole breakup and, you know, the coffee shop. There's been so many things that have made it really difficult to continue, especially because as a student pilot, one of the most important things, or one of the first things that you learn, is that you have to be in the right space of mind. You have to have the focus and the concentration, especially progressing towards finishing your pilot's license. I don't have a lot of hours left. I have to do a re-solo and I have to touch base with my flight instructor, Mike, very soon, because I hope to finish everything beginning of next year. Then we have a question from Shona Aduka. Has Nelly and your girlfriend met? Are they on civil terms? They've never met personally, but they are on civil terms. Actually, it's funny, when Nelly was here in Manila, Nelly was quite sick and Gray cooked some food for her and sent it over, and Nelly sent a thank you note. It was really cute. It's definitely civil. There was never any bad blood because Nelly and I were apart already when Gray and I met, so there's no reason to have any bad thoughts. Here's quite an annoying question from Annie Finn Marquez. Why did you break up with Nelly? I didn't. Go back and watch the vlogs and you'll know what goes on. I'm not gonna really go into it anymore. And then a final question is, and this question came up quite a few times, it is, when am I going to do a meetup in the Philippines again? And I plan on doing a proper meetup with you guys in the next 2 weeks, sometime before Christmas. As soon as the coffee shop opens, I want to do a meetup at the coffee shop. So first of all, you guys get to experience the coffee. We get to chat. Huge thank you to everybody that submitted questions. I will do a whole separate thing about like a girlfriend Q&A and all of that. Maybe together with Gray, maybe she's up for doing it in another time. But for now, thank you for all the questions. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope a lot of your questions were answered. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Also subscribe to the reaction video. I know some of you have gone over and subscribed. There's still a lot that should head over there right now. First line of the description, first link in the description box, head on over to Kumusta Philippines, subscribe, and I'm hoping tomorrow I'll publish another reaction video on that channel. So thank you for tuning in. Bye bye.